Hi, this is Cosmic Chameleon, and I'd like to talk to you about a couple of these different nootropic substances, aka smart drugs, that you can actually use to boost your cognition and make yourself smarter. Now, I learned about these various substances initially by reading a book called Smart Drugs and Nutrients, and this other book called Smart Drugs 2, The Next Generation, and then another book called Brain Boosters. I think there was another book called Brain Candy or something, and then anyway, I read a whole bunch of stuff on the internet about it, and read a bunch of medical studies, double-blind, placebo-controlled crossover studies, and studies done in Europe. And anyway, I initially started procuring some of these nootropics a few years ago and experimenting on them, using yours truly as a guinea pig. But anyway, I noticed that some of these do elicit noticeable effects. One of them in particular, which was reclassified by the FDA as a nutritional supplement, meaning that you can just buy it over the counter in the United States, although it was just recently reclassified back to a drug by the FDA. So this substance I got here, this is called piracetam. It's spelled Piracetam. Now, it's a member of a class or a group of smart drugs known as the pyrrolidone derivatives. I guess this is the first smart drug to come out. It's been shown to enhance problem-solving abilities, creative thinking. It's supposed to work by increasing the rate at which information can flow from the right hemisphere of the brain to the left hemisphere of the brain, over this large bundle of nerve fibers at the top, called the corpus callosum, which is like the bus, or the information superhighway connecting your two brain halves together. The theory being that your right brain is associated with creative thinking, abstract thought, and your left brain is more logical, rational thinking. And if you bring these two halves of your brain closer together, it's supposed to make you smarter. Supposedly, it's supposed to raise your IQ as much as 30 points on a standardized IQ test. It's also supposed to help your memory out by making more efficient the process by which your brain uses acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter associated with memory, both short and long term, I believe. That's why when you take piracetam, you also have to take this stuff called choline citrate. You can also take choline bitartrate, or you can take lecithin, or you can eat eggs or soy products or fish oil. All those various things break down into acetylcholine or are used as precursors in your body to make acetylcholine. If you don't take acetylcholine or some sort of choline supplement, then the piracetam might cause your brain to use up most of its acetylcholine, and you could get a headache, or it could might have some sort of reverse effect where it would dumb you down after your brain uses up all of its acetylcholine stores. Anyway, if you try piracetam and you like it, there's another one that you can get called aniracetam. There's also one called oxiracetam. I haven't tried that, but aniracetam is more powerful. Or you can get this other one called pramiracetam, which is really powerful. You definitely got to use a choline precursor or acetylcholine precursor supplement with this smart drug, because it's a lot stronger than that piracetam. It's like 10 times stronger. It also tastes very nasty. Also, in a little supplement you might have heard of before, melatonin. Yeah, you can. It's actually a hormone. You can put a dropper full of this stuff under your tongue when you're getting ready to go to sleep, and it'll make your sleep a lot more effective. It's a hormone that's released by the pineal gland in the brain, and it's associated with circadian rhythms. It resets the biological clock. It tells the brain to go to sleep, and it makes your dreams a lot more vivid and intense. And I think that when you use that, you wake up and it makes your serotonin levels higher. Like, I think it makes your brain produce more serotonin. There's also another smart drug called phenytoin, otherwise known as Dilantin. You got to be kind of careful with this stuff. Read all the precautions and interactions and whatnot. It's an anticonvulsant, anti-seizure medication. It's supposed to work as a smart drug because it stabilizes electrical activity in the brain or in all the neurons of the body. So it's supposed to tune out any noise in the brain so that you can have a clear mind and focus on what you need to focus on. Recently I've experimented around with this other smart drug called modafinil, which is kind of like a stimulant. If you take it, you can if you continue to take it, you can stay awake for up to several days at a time. But it increases your brain's ability to stay awake during times of sleep deprivation. And I've noticed that it helps you concentrate, increases your attention span, so you can sit down and study for long periods of time on a particular subject. Unfortunately, neither the phenytoin nor the modafinil can really be combined with the piracetam. So you want to avoid doing that. They're kind of smart drugs that have to be used by themselves. Anyway, also, if you want to further enhance your intelligence, your ability to learn and assimilate new information, you can also use a device that I've experimented with called an alpha stim, which is this device that has these clips and they clip to your earlobes, and you put a electrode gel on them. It uses transcutaneous electroneural and you can use it to entrain your brainwaves into the alpha rhythm, which is supposed to be conducive to learning. Anyway, I think if you use the alpha stim in conjunction with the smart drugs, that you can really learn stuff a lot faster. Anyway, it's worth a try.